I like to build the world a home, to furnish it with love, grow apple trees and honey bees and snow white turtle doves. I like to teach the world to sing.
Oh, 4:30 a.m. a.m. 4:30 a.m. Oh my God. What was I thinking? What have I gotten myself into? Sunday, July 16th, 2006, 6:30 a.m. Endlessness. Ooh. All that water. All that river. It's one thing to see the Hudson from a distance. It's another thing to swim in it. The New York City Triathlon. 1,000 people maybe, all lined up on the west side of Manhattan, right at the Hudson's edge, preparing to jump in the water, then swim, and then bike. Me too. And run, too. Swim, bike, run. Me too. I was so nervous I couldn't even remember which way to go. But I was there. Almost despite myself. I had signed up on a whim. A few months earlier, I went to this fundraising event. A friend asked me to join her. This group trained people for marathons in cool places like Dublin, Paris, London. Plus, there was free beer. So, my friend and I went. She didn't sign up for the training, but me, I registered right then and there. But not for a marathon. And not in New York where I live, but for a triathlon. In New York. Not in Dublin, Paris, or London. In New York, where I live. I had never even heard of a triathlon before. But this Russian guy in a baseball cap, Coach Ross, started talking, and somehow it sounded fun. Plus, I found out they were raising money for leukemia research. It seemed like a no-brainer, something both meaningful and fun. Fun! This is going to be fun. 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 This is going to be fun. Oh, what was I thinking? Swim, bike, run, fun. What was I thinking? I had never done anything like that before. In all my 40-something years, I was what I guess you would call active. I went to the gym a few times a week. I did some weights, I did some cardio machines, I did some yoga, but nothing really athletic. No swimming, no biking, no running. Okay, maybe a very little. I could swim the breaststroke a few lengths of a pool. I had a bike with a basket and flowers on the handlebars. I ran a timed mile in high school. That was all. All I have to do is walk off this pier when it's my group's turn. Oh, we're next. Right now there's one group ahead of us. There they are in the water, all holding on to this rope you hold on to so you're not swept down the current. Swept down the river by the current. Oh, the current. current is way stronger than I expected. I can't see the rope. I can't see much of the people either, only their bathing caps. Ooh, when it's our turn. What if I jump in and I can't come up because there's so many people blocking me? I would die. I would drown. But the end. Oh, wait a second. Highly unlikely that would happen. But I could jump in and have the current pull me down the river before I can grab onto the rope. Then I'd be disqualified before I even started. That would suck. That would be worse than not starting. Starting. I was starting an incredible journey, but I didn't know it then. All I knew was that part of me wanted to get in the water, and part of me didn't. Really, what was I thinking? I have a fine life. It's fine. I love my job. I'm a teaching artist. I teach, I make art with kids. It's almost like I'm getting paid to have fun. I don't need any more fun if this is what you call fun. I don't want to do this. I have a nice family. I have good friends. I have just the right mix of work and play, and I think out of the box already. I don't want to do this. I don't want this kind of challenge. I don't. But clearly I did. I had signed up for the event. I went to almost all the training sessions. I still was not athletic. I was always way in the back, but I could do the distance. I raised all the money for the organization, $2,400. I wrote to everyone I knew. I used a family friend with leukemia as the reason, but really, that wasn't why I did it. I just wanted something different, unexplainable, starting, moving, going. I'm going. I'm doing it. 0.9 mile swim in the Hudson. 24.8 mile bike on the Henry Hudson. 6.1 mile run in Central Park. I can do this. Remember the coaches, remember the training, they prepared us for this. Just take my step off this pier and let the current take me where it will. It will. Oh, I just gotta do it like Nike says, just do it. Salty, wet, awesome, awful, at the same time. Oh, is that a... never mind. Just keep swimming, going and going, moving and moving, not thinking, not worrying, not dreaming, just being, doing, moving. Woo-hoo. Woohoo! Oh, I did it! Oh, I did it! I can't believe I did it. I wasn't fast. I wasn't anywhere near the front. But I wasn't last either. I was near the end, but I was not at the end. I did it. I swam almost a mile in the Hudson River. I'm done. I'm done. I'm not done. I'm not done. There's more. There are 29.9 miles more to be exact. Oh my God. What was I thinking? Wake up! Mindy! Wake up! No. Get out of the bed. Coach Ross? Go away, please. No. You must get up. I am waiting for you in Central Park. You won't even notice me. There's so many people there. I see everything. I am everywhere. Yeah. You're even in my dreams now. Oh, can you see my PJs? Please. 5 minutes more. You don't have the 5 minutes. I do. I'll eat breakfast 5 minutes faster. Where are you? You must be at the park for the bike practice. You must hear the instructions. You cannot lag behind. You must learn to push yourself. You must learn to be your own coach. But this does not mean you do not need me to push you. You do. You must get up. 4:35. I'm late. 4:35. In the morning. 4:35. I never thought after my one swim in the Hudson I'd ever wake up that early willingly again, unless it was to take a plane to a tropical island. This is no such thing. It's December 2012. I've been waking up at 4:30 in the morning since about mid-October, every Thursday. I bike up to Central Park to be there at 5. There, I meet Coach Ross, also called the Bad Russian, and other coaches and teammates. We bike from 5:30 to 7. We start so early because, believe it or not, by the time we're done, the park is full of people. Cyclists, runners, dog walkers, speed walkers, jaywalkers, rollerbladers, all getting their exercise fix in before the day has even really started. I'm on a triathlon team training for an Ironman. This is 6 years in chronological time after that dunk in the Hudson, but light years away from it metaphorically. In those 6 years, I've bought a lot of gear, including a nice new bike, and I've done about 24 triathlons. I am hooked. Hi. Hi.
Hi.
I'm Mindy.
Hi, Mindy.
I'm an AOA,
Oh.
adult onset athlete. I'm training to do an Ironman in Lake Placid on July 28th. An Ironman is a really big triathlon. Swim, 2.4 miles. Bike, 112 miles. Run, 26.2 miles. Fun! Fun. Ooh, what was I thinking? It doesn't have to be fun to be fun. It just is. Fun. Doing it. I dove into a world I never knew existed. I wear spandex. Thank you. I check weather.com obsessively. I listen to incessant discussions of GI issues. Sometimes I even participate in them. All of this, it's become something I do. I can't imagine not doing it. The getting up early part, well, that I haven't gotten completely used to. But it has become a habit. One of those things you sometimes wish you didn't do, but you can't help doing. So, Thursday mornings, October, November, December. There I am, I'm awake. In the dim, not quite morning, not quite night light, wandering around my apartment, wondering what I'm doing, but trying to figure it out and do it as quickly as possible. I don't have a moment to spare. My mornings are choreographed like a dance number. Maybe Bob Fosse. No, not Fosse. Busby Berkeley. Yes. Busby Berkeley. Order in chaos. It all starts with my morning coffee. Before I go to sleep on Wednesday, I set my automatic programmable coffee pot up to start brewing at 4:26, so it'll be ready exactly when I wake up. On my kitchen counter, I set out a coffee cup. I set out a bowl. I set out a spoon, a box of raisins, a container of walnuts, and a cereal packet. Whole Foods instant oatmeal plain. I always have the same breakfast. It makes things easier. Routine. Order in chaos. I set out my clothes too on the chair near my bed. Bike shorts, sports bra, jersey, socks. No, wait, that's not the right order. The order is important. One thing on top of another in the order I put them on. It makes things easier. Routine, order in chaos. First, on the bottom, bike jersey. Next, bike shorts. Last, on top, sports bra and socks. When it's cold out, I add layers. Another top or even two, jacket, arm warmers, leg warmers, toe warmers. Then, gloves, helmet, bike shoes, sunglasses, set out, near the front door, routine! Order in chaos. Oh, the bike! Oh my gosh, I gotta get the bike! How could I forget that? 5:05. I'm barely gonna make it. I have all these routines to make things easier, and I still manage to fall behind. Well, luckily, there isn't too much traffic at 5:05. Hopefully, I won't be late. I set out. I hear Ross in my head again. You can do anything you put your mind to. All of this, the training, it is 25% physical, 75% mental. You have the skills. You must learn to use them in the proper way. You must have the tough mind. You must have the tough body. You must have the tough spirit. You do not have to be late. I know, but I can't leave my apartment a mess. I have to get ready for work when I get back from training, and I can't do that if everything is in disarray. What is this with the can'ts? The can't is not in the vocabulary of the Iron Men. No, I know. Wait, I mean, yes, I know. No, I know. I know. I can do this. All of this. The training, the preparing, the race. I can. I will. Well, I could do the race if I had to do it right now, but I'm working towards that. I'm training. I will be able to do it on July 28th, but I'm not there yet. You complicate everything. I arrive at the park where we meet outside Tavern on the Green at 5:28, 2 minutes to spare. It's cold, 31 degrees. My feet are starting to tingle. About half the team is there. We stand and chat between shivers before Ross stops us. Enough talking. You should have read the instructions for workout before. If you did not read, coach will explain. Get to the writing. I do not want you to stand around listening to me, blah, blah, blah. Go ride. You can talk later. We set out in groups. I am worried about getting colder and nervous about the ride, as today I have chosen to ride with a slightly faster group than usual. I'm not sure I can keep up with them. So, I focus on the task at hand, pacelining. What is pacelining? Pacelining is teamwork. Oh, I know. You think cycling is an individual sport, right? Duh, you ride your bike by yourself. Unless you're riding a tandem. But I digress. Pacelining. Individual cyclists line up wheel to wheel, front to back, and ride in a straight line of anywhere from 3 or 4 to 10 or even 15. They take turns being at the front, peeling off, and rotating like this. You ride faster in this line than you would alone with the same amount of effort. That's because you're creating a draft, or a kind of current, that pulls everyone behind the first rider along. It only works, though, if you're in a straight line. And you have to be pretty close to the cyclist in front of you, about a foot, give or take a couple inches. We did most of our early morning bike rides in Central Park using this pacelining. I didn't go for the first 3 weeks. It seemed too scary. One person could make one wrong move, wham! Everybody would go down. But that hardly ever happened, because the coaches trained us really well. Once I convinced myself to go, I found out I loved it. The camaraderie, the unspoken communication between us as we rode. Unlike anything else, it could be hard, really hard at times. The coaches could yell at you or you could get dropped, which means everybody takes off and leaves you behind if you can't keep up with them. But when it works, it's like moving group meditation. One morning, a friend of mine was running in the park. She saw us. She told me later, it looked like we were flying. The bike ride is coming to a close. I've forgotten the cold. We pull into the park. Well, I pull into the park by myself. I got dropped about halfway through the ride, but I'm glad I tried. Maybe I'll last longer next time. Ross, with an unexpected twinkle in his eye, gives me a secret thumbs up. We stand and chat, no longer shivering, before Ross stops us again. Enough chit-chatter. I know you want to show your love for each other, but you should not get hypothermia in doing this. Good job. You can be proud of yourselves. You could have stayed home, like many of your teammates, in a warm bed. May seem now like they are the lucky ones, but no, that is you who have braved the weather. By coming today, you have added a few drops in your bucket of motivation. Enough for now. I have many more thoughts on the riding. You know, I like to make many technical comments, but better done with email. Too cold to stay here. So, go home, drink some hot chocolate, rejoice in your improving fitness and larger motivation. You will thank yourselves for this on race day. Race day. Race day? Race day? I'll be racing. I'll be competing. Completing. Doing the distance. The big distance. It's starting to seem really, real. How did this happen? I mean, metaphorically. I know literally how it did, but where did this come from? Me, the proverbial last one picked for the softball team. I'd like to buy the world a home and furnish it with love. Gym class, 8th grade. My, waking nightmare would be a bit extreme, but it was definitely not my favorite subject. Grow apple trees and honey bees. Our gym teacher, Miss Romeo, taught us power everything. Power volleyball, power dodgeball, power badminton. And snow white turtle doves. One morning, one marking period, instead of the usual kickball, field hockey, gymnastics, unpleasantness, she taught us a little song with accompanying American Sign Language. Cliche now, not PC now, but back then, cutting edge. We had to line up and perform it one at a time for our grade. I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. I'd like to buy the world a Coke and keep it company. I got an A for that marking period. My adolescent gym redemption, 2 minutes of fame. Maybe a tiny little infinitesimal seed was planted back then. It just took all these years to grow. I got an A. I can move. I got an A. I like moving. I like doing. I like being in motion. I did. I do. Time moves along. It's now an unusually hot Tuesday night in April 2013, like 85 degrees. The winter is behind us, so is over half our training. I am in Central Park just after run practice with my friend and teammate Madeline. I have a bizarre realization. I like squats. You're weird. I know. I can't believe they had us do them in this heat. What is up with that? It's like 85 degrees. Global warming. Now they're calling it climate change. Well, whatever it is, it sucks. Why do we do this to ourselves? I ask myself that all the time. Do you come up with an answer? No, neither do I. No, really? Why? Why do we do it? I can't imagine not doing it. Me either. Are we out of our minds? Yes. No. I don't know. It's cheaper than therapy? Yeah, like Ross says, you have to face all your demons. Well, my demons were out in full force tonight. Really? I never would have known. When we started, I wanted to quit so bad. I was miserable, I could barely breathe. Why are we running tonight? It's ridiculous. Oh, it feels like 1,000,000 degrees. I can't do this. Why am I doing this? I can't even see anyone in the distance. I'm so far behind. I suck. All I want to do is lie down in the middle of the road and have someone pour a bucket of ice over me. Damn. Just keep going. Just keep going. Take one more step, then I could stop. Take another step. And another. Get to that tree. Then I could stop. 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 Stop thinking. Keep going. Channel Ross. Get to the next tree. Breathe. In. Out. In. Out. Go. 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 Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. One step, two step, red step, blue step, red rose, blue rose, red rose, blue. In, out, Oh my God, I'm not dead last anymore. I'm running up Harlem Hill in the 95% humidity. I'm dripping with sweat. I hardly feel anything. Demons be damned. I felt like I crossed into some other plane of existence or something. You were amazing. You just kept going and going like the Energizer Bunny. Yeah, but I really thought at first I couldn't do it. Then I stopped telling myself I couldn't. I put one foot in front of the other and kept running. And once I got into that zone, or whatever you call it, I didn't want to stop. That's a good life lesson. We shouldn't listen to our thoughts so much. Oh, that sounds awfully earthy crunchy. But it's true, we shouldn't listen to our thoughts. Ross always says that. Well, he knows what he's talking about. He should be a motivational speaker. He is. Yeah. He's like Papa Bear. Our Papa Bear coach. Gruff on the outside, but marshmallow on the inside. Ha! I never thought when I first met him I'd ever put him and a marshmallow in the same sentence. Well, you never know what's inside someone. True. You never know what's inside yourself either. What was I thinking? This whole Iron Man thing? Well, I guess you never know what's inside yourself. I've become an athlete. And I'm going for the distance. I can't be 100% sure, but I think I'm going to make it. My 6-year-old nephew asked me if I'm going to win. I'm never going to win any race I do. And that's okay. There will always be people in front of me. There will always be people behind me. I'm solidly, happily in the middle of the pack. And that's okay. I'm right where I want to be. In the middle of this weird, wacky journey inside myself to find myself, to just be. I think Dante said, in the middle of a dark forest, when all was lost, I came to myself. No, he didn't say exactly that. I don't actually know what he said. But that sounds like something he said. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go finish this play I'm writing. And, of course, I have to swim and bike and run. Fun.